Welcome to Zelch. My name is Cyrek.
I'm Eben.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Levak.
And today we will be discussing, is Vegeta a good father?
No. He abuses me.
Well, you're easy to abuse.
Oh, he's a lot better than Goku.
That's very true. You're
That
a
is
horrible father.
actually a very good statement.
But not as good as Krillin.
No. Krillin's a pretty bad father.
What?
He's the worst out of all of them.
You know what? Krillin actually went out and got a job. Unlike,
He did.
yeah,
But then
and
he
Goku did
died.
it? Vegeta. Goku tried. At least he made an attempt.
First off, Vegeta doesn't do a good job. Have you met his wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
All right. So, okay. Analyze this. Of what makes Vegeta a good or bad father.
So I'm in the camp that he is a good father.
Why? Let's
He ain't crazy, no bitch. That's why.
aside from that.
Yes. So, do you remember whenever Vegeta and Trunks were in the gravity chamber training? Whenever Trunks is a kid at that point? During the Buu Saga?
Cell Saga.
Was it so?
Yes.
No, it was Buu Saga because this is young Trunks, not future Trunks.
Well, you gotta be specific.
Young Trunks, not future
Yeah.
Trunks.
You're about to get the backhand.
So, Trunks goes Super Saiyan in front of him, and then he is wondering how the younger generation is just becoming Super Saiyans all willy-nilly.
Ready, went in. All right.
All right.
Perhaps you should rest some. 150 times gravity is a man's training level. You're clearly still a child.
Goten called me last night. He said he's going to be in the tournament. Now I want to.
All right. So where are you going with this scene?
Okay, so he's obviously telling his son to not push himself unless he thinks he can handle it. He's ensuring that his son's safety is taken care of. One. And he's also giving him the motivation of, if he wants to pursue going further, keep going.
But if he continues playing, he starts questioning, are you better than Goku's brat, Goku's son?
Oh, what
So it shows that he puts his own personal ambitions before
He does. He does.
before his own kid.
But that's the flaw of Vegeta, is his Saiyan pride.
Okay, so then you have to have that in consideration. Is Vegeta is his pride getting in the way of him being a good father?
Guess I'll go super.
Obviously, he's in shock. However,
You don't say.
Yeah.
I would have never
Yeah.
guessed.
Think about how long it took him and Goku to get to Super Saiyan.
And in fact, you can even say Vegeta doesn't go Super Saiyan if it wasn't for Goku.
That is true.
He'd also be a dead bitch.
The
John-
Dragon Balls would have
I think one
obviously
thing-
brought him back. But
He wasn't
if we
super
go to where
jealous
they're
of-
sparring,
he wasn't really jealous whenever he did transform. He was just more like, you better be better than Goku's son.
No, not really. He was definitely jealous because he was like, how did a Super Saiyan become a child's plaything?
Did I miss something? When was it that the transformation to the legendary warrior of the Saiyan race was reduced to a child's plaything?
see. But if we go to the sparring scene is the one that I'm trying to get out here. There. Where he says this is where he's telling him if he can land a hit on him, he'll take him to the park.
Yay! I love the park.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But you can't base like whether he's a good father or not just because of the reward system he sets up. You have to look
Yeah,
at the
he
motives
bribed
behind that.
his own son.
It's
Is
the
that
reaction
okay?
after. So if we watch the scene,
Now let's just see what you can do.
Here comes.
Look at that. Straight up decks his son.
hold on. You paused it at just the
Straight up, I'm
opportune
proud
fucking
of you.
moment.
Jeez, he just like no, he didn't even try to hold back. He just
Yeah,
like,
there was no hesitation. He straight up decked him.
Play. Saw that reaction? See that reaction?
Yes, but how does he recover from this reaction?
You didn't say you did back then.
Well, I didn't say I wouldn't hit you, now did I, Trunks?
Again, that's his pride. His pride is getting in the way of being loving towards his son, but he realized he screwed up by hitting him.
no, he didn't want it. He was also that's why he did it. Like, oh, I'm gonna take you to the park. You still
Yes.
got me. It was kind of
Yeah,
like, I'm
it
sorry.
wasn't-
Here's an apology. It's kind of like, my bad. Here you go. Let's go.
My bad. Don't tell your mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get some ice cream while we're at it.
All right. But Vegeta still cares about his son.
I mean,
Even during the Cell Saga with Future Trunks, after Cell blew a hole through him, Vegeta was enraged that his son was presumably dead.
can we find that clip?
Yes. He's in shock right now that his son was just shot through the
No.
chest.
He's in shock because Cell's still alive. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Well, also,
All right.
don't forget that Asan just got freaking taken out.
Yamcha. The dead weight ran the trunks.
What does he think he can do?
Oh, you found this audio? Couldn't even find the original audio?
I couldn't.
That's
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, and dishonor on your
Oh,
cow.
please.
especially the cow.
Yes.
But
Demonetization.
the face he makes as soon as he hears that Trunks is dead.
He doesn't die though.
He doesn't, but if Yamcha is not a doctor. Yamcha doesn't know.
No, he's a professional baseball player. There's a
That is
difference.
correct.
He's also a professional loser.
Yeah, how can you be a professional baseball player and still poor?
That is a fair
Got him.
question, but that's another topic for a different day.
Hashtag WTF.
All right.
No! Kakarot's son will not be the one to wreak vengeance on this monster.
See, okay, pause it.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. He cares more about himself at this point. Think about it.
He's
Just
only reacting. Like,
he's comparing his son to Kakarot's son. Again, just like, my bloodline's better than yours. So,
And let's not forget Gohan's a pacifist.
so there you look at that scene right there. You know, like he's not displaying fatherly affection towards the fact that his son just got murked by Cell. He's enraged at the fact that Gohan still has his kid alive, but he doesn't. His pride.
You
And
mean
jealousy.
Goku? Goku still has his kid alive.
Whatever. Shut up.
just on you this time.
But
Trevor, sir, do you want the front hand or the backhand?
Do you want these nuts across your chin?
all right, stop
Eating
the
it.
trail.
And into him, no one else!
Or should probably stay out the steroids.
Yeah, that's
He
a
wants
hell
to
of a
put
drug.
an end to Cell.
He sounds like he's about to take a mad shit. That's what it sounds like.
That's straight steroid rage, man.
So he wants
Tits.
Sad face for real.
I like tits.
You smell of dirt and entitlement.
Fitting.
How fitting.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
but no, he wants to kill Cell, not only to one, get rid of Cell and make sure that Gohan doesn't kill him, but kills him himself, but also to avenge Trunks.
You are reaching so far for
Yeah,
this.
that's
one.
a hard reach. He's not trying to avenge Trunks. He just wants to be able to beat up Cell like Kakarot's son.
Yeah.
He's the prince of all Saiyans, and that's all he cares about.
He has to be number one.
That is a point of fact.
He does have to be number one.
Now,
But
forget in
he
this,
has to
he probably
be-
doesn't have much feelings for future Trunks because he didn't raise that little crybaby. However,
Hey now.
That crybaby. Remember this. All right, Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last.
Is that why you're last?
I think those shots were just fired.
I thought this was about Goku and Vegeta, not about us.
Well, you are Goku, and Eben is Vegeta.
Yeah,
so
but you're not. So what does it have to?
I'm Trunks, man. Do you see that there? That's
Sure.
Trunks.
You know what's funny?
Take shelter far from here. I have to stop Boo, and I'm doing it alone.
Now, in this scene, might be the only time that he actually shows a little bit of caring for Trunks without any kind of, oh god, I'm going to get in trouble by Bulma or whatever the case might be.
Wait, but why? We'll fight with you. If you do this alone, you're gonna end up getting yourself killed, Dad. But if the three of us team up, we're sure to beat him. Right, Goten? Uh-huh. We're both like crazy strong now.
No way. It doesn't matter how many of us go at him. Not if we fight the way we normally do.
Nuh-uh. With us fighting side by side, it'll be easy. This isn't like you, Dad. You seem so discouraged.
Yeah, he's right. Usually you're way more cocky and full of yourself.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I like how their kids recognized how he is, where his pride always gets in the way. The fact that he
Yeah.
actually dropped it for once is impressive.
This
but
one,
this just proves a lot of what
notice-
he said in the past that even the little ones
this
Also,
one,
and
this one
their
clip,
own son has freaking recognizes it.
this one clip has just demolished all your arguments. Cyrek, that's it.
yes.
Because the fear that they show just because they gave him a little bit of lip, basically.
Trunks, from the time you were a little baby, I've never once hugged you because
Doesn't hold his child
I always wanted to make you a tougher man.
to make him a tougher man.
Yes. He wanted to make him a tough man. Is it right that he never held his child? No.
But hold on, that is from a human aspect, though.
Not from a Saiyan aspect. Yes. Saiyans never hold their children.
That's actually that's
But
where I find that a little
what about
bit.
Goku,
Let's go ahead and look at the Spartans, the real ones. They trained their kids to be warriors and threw them out in the woods and said, "Survive."
That's a good point.
That is
Sure.
that is true.
But you know what? If he came back, you came back.
Sort of
If
like
not-
what Piccolo did to go
If
home.
not, you made another one.
Yep.
Everybody's expendable at that point.
But they
They did it to control the
Or-
helots. You know what the helots were, right? They're pretty much their slaves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
but Spartans did that, and I'm just gonna say that they share similarities in the way that they raise their children. They don't hold their children. They send their children off at an early age to conquer, and they make them into stronger people through combat because they train their children from birth to be warriors. What is that?
This is a website that literally compares them side by side.
So it's not an all out.
You know, I
Confirmation,
can say
but
one thing
it is a
that
good comparison.
is true. What I wouldn't say true, but with what Sarek is saying, what do the Spartans do if you didn't make the cut?
They kill you.
Threw him off a cliff.
They just throw
That's
you.
it.
They just throw you away.
They
What
didn't
is
throw them off cliffs.
No, they
They did
actually
not.
They killed him. And all.
they actually what they did was really to just nail them to a tree and left them. That's actually what they did.
Yes, they did do
So
that.
they didn't actually throw them. That's just for movies. But
The movie was.
what I'm saying is they're discarded. What do they do if you didn't make the cut in the Saiyan race? You get sent off to another planet. Just they didn't really care about you. Goodbye.
Is that why
Yeah.
Goku was sent to another planet?
Because he was weaker than the rest of the Saiyans, yes. But also because, again, Goku's story is also the same.
Hold on. Remember, the new movie came out and changed all that. The only
True.
reason why Goku or Kakarot was sent to planet Earth was because Bardock's like, hey, I feel like some shit's about to go down. I feel like saving this son.
That's besides the point. That's what he did for Goku. But we're talking about as a race together. Come on now. Let's use some common sense.
Oh, he's taking it too literal. He's taking it too seriously.
Shots fired.
Okay, they're talking about fictional characters. Fictional characters. Am I getting through to you at all?
No, not at all.
But Goku also shares similarities to Superman's story, so let's not get into that. And with the Super movie, it made it more clear that the similarities are there in full force. But the Saiyans as a race are prideful, are warriors, are war-driven, and they seek to conquer. Not only because of the wishes of Frieza, but because of their own wishes. They wish to spread themselves throughout the galaxy and take over all these worlds. And Vegeta, having grown up on planet Vegeta, he is instilled with these cultural norms for him. And even being on Earth for so many years, he's not able to break them because they're ingrained in him. So that doesn't...
Because if you think about with Goku, when he first, we all seen the original Dragon Ball. How was he when he first landed? How terrible he was to his grandfather.
Gohan?
Exactly. He was
awful until he fell off the cliff.
And then
he was a normal baby throwing tantrums. That's all.
No.
So Goku, he has the warrior's drive to seek stronger opponents. That's ingrained in them biologically, to seek stronger opponents and continue to fight. That's one part of him that didn't change whenever he fell out of the pack that Gohan was carrying him in.
But he didn't want to conquer, though. All he cared about was, I need someone to fight.
Yes. So the conquer mentality was taken away from him, but the warrior's drive to fight was not. However, Vegeta, his father probably never held him, never truly cared about him other than seeing him conquer. And
hold on, finding a video.
Okay. I will continue unless Zach, you have something to say.
Nope, I don't. I mean,
Of course you don't.
I guess I'll just, I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying to kind of do what Evan's doing and play the devil's advocate here. You know,
Yeah. You.
My job.
I am
Evan did
supposed to be
say.
Trunks after all.
Whoa! I need you
Like
to calm
father,
down.
like son.
I need you to calm down. You're gonna
Goku,
skip.
go in the corner.
It's Lavok to you. You know what?
No,
It's Mr. Lavok to you. Everybody else just call me Lavok.
no. You know what? It's bitch. That's what it is.
He has the warrior's mentality of raising his child to be strong, to be independent, and he feels that if he shows affection towards his son, that it's going to make him a weaker person, which again is wrong from a human standpoint, but not from a Saiyan standpoint.
Depends on the human.
Yes, as we were discussing the Spartan.
Yeah, but I see, and it makes sense because no one cares about Yamcha, and he's left all alone and everything. But you don't see him getting stronger.
Well, it's
That's
Yamcha.
yeah. I was about to say it's Yamcha. It's a different story. He's meant to be the comic relief.
I mean, even Krillin's stronger than Yamcha.
Yeah. What does Yamcha even do there, anyways? Like,
Die?
He had a really hot and rich woman and lost her to the guy who killed him.
That's stupid.
He didn't even get a fight in the tournament.
Because he's dumb.
No.
They
He's a waste.
They could have gave him some sort of redemption, but they didn't.
He's a waste of a character arc.
He is a waste of a character arc. His character arc ended after Dragon Ball during the Saiyan saga with the Cybermen.
He is pathetic.
So I can't find the single scene, but there's a scene where Vegeta is actually like teaching, or Vegeta's dad is actually teaching Vegeta about his kingdom and what he's on rule. I think it was in the movie Bardock, but I can't find the scene exactly. And then there's also remember the scene in Broly, the newest movie, where he was like, all these other people can't be on the same level as my son. They need to back off.
Yeah, I do remember that. It's
What I see. So they're already demonizing freaking Vegeta, so he can't be a good father.
He's always going to be demonized. Holy shit.
It's All Might!
so you mean it's Piccolo?
Yes, same thing.
For real.
He's in everything.
His mom's and everything.
Yeah.
Actually, he's in a lot of different shows.
Yeah.
You know who
But-
is a good father? Piccolo.
Well,
But is this the scene that you were talking about, Evan?
yep, that's the scene.
Just go
All
ahead and play it.
Was astonishing. It is you who will rule the universe. That monster Frieza thinks the Saiyans will serve him without question, but he'll fall to us. I look forward to watching you grow into a vicious king.
Ah, so daddy
Does-
issues running the family.
Yes.
Too much pride.
All Saiyans have pride.
Not all of
Let's-
them. Some of them just cut meat.
That means
Some
two
of them
things.
just whine.
Ah!
Love it.
Some of them are just little baby men. Right, Lavok? I mean, Goku?
So let's keep going. Let's see what else happens.
Who is this child? What is he doing in the same room as my son? Your Majesty,
Hold on, pause it.
this is Broly. He is the child of...
First off, you notice how many different pods were around there? And he's just like, what is this one doing in the same room? There's a whole bunch of them in the same room.
That's yeah. It doesn't make sense.
What if they're
But what if Vegeta? Well, actually, no. Remember, Vegeta has a brother, Turbo.
Oh yeah, but
Is that canon? Are we like?
That is
Harry?
that is canon. That is canon.
What's his name? Turtle?
Turbo, like
Yes.
Vegeta and Turbo. vegetable.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Maybe
Yeah,
canon.
we're-
He
Can't
can't even
believe
go
we're
Super
accepting that
Saiyan.
as canon. As long as we don't accept heroes as canon, that's fine.
Um,
I will
But-
We don't
stop.
have.
You just
we don't
stop
have
talking
to
right now.
accept it.
so let's
Are
see
you- Are you about to say that it's canon?
what
No more
Heroes. No,
I was about to say.
Heroes is not canon. No.
Good.
But he does show that he wants his son to be a vicious king. And what does a vicious king mean to him? That's what we don't know.
It means he's gonna viciously destroy Frieza and all of his men.
Well, obviously, that's what he meant, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
Shut up, Lobo.
That's it. Lavak.
You want,
no,
the,
more,
you want the backhand? Or
I
the
honestly
forehand?
think that's the only
That's it,
interaction that he
Lavak.
has in the
no
scene.
more speaking lines for you.
You're going to bed without supper.
It's funny because we can do that.
Yeah, no, that's the only interaction with his. That's the only interaction with Vegeta that he has in that scene.
Yeah, but there is a scene where he's with.
Yeah.
I'll find it sooner or later. I'll find it after this podcast and be like, there it is.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so ultimately, we need to come to a conclusion here. You know, an outcome. I vote
Alright.
that Vegeta is a horrible father.
Well, let's go over some of the other points.
Wait,
He abused-
No, he's a
King
horrible
of the
father.
planet or
I
him?
voted.
Huh?
King Vegeta, the planet, or him?
Him.
So
Fucking smart ass.
before we even can make a decision, we have to go over other aspects of his parenting besides him. One, not touching his child until he's 10.
Well, yeah,
So-
He touched him when he punched him in the face.
he deserved it.
So then
He did punch him in the face.
let's talk about the morals that he gives to Trunks.
Yes.
Just sleep. Just
So-
use that. You're grounded.
Lavak, go home.
So the morals that he teaches Trunks.
I think he technically is home.
No, he needed to mute himself. He's not muted.
So
Words hurt. Okay.
what are the morals that he teaches Trunks?
That's a good
don't be a
question. He teaches him to not be an idiot, to always hide his emotions.
He doesn't need to be taught by his father not to be an idiot because look at who his mother is.
Well, he did teach him you always had to be number one.
He has to constantly bottle up and hide his emotions.
Hell yeah. Ain't no crying
he-
around here.
He has to
I ain't raising no bitch.
let's see, he has to be a loner in all things.
He's not a loner. He has Goten.
No.
No, that's well, I mean he's doing that on his own.
And-
but like
and he has
following
mine.
his example, you know.
And
Vegeta
Pilaf.
is
What?
Ew. Why are you bringing Pilaf into this?
no more speaking lines for you.
Excuse me.
Cyrek, you're grounded.
Hold
Do
on.
you live in Oregon?
Right.
I'm starting to question what drugs you're on.
You
No.
have some
Like-
explaining to do.
Okay. So
Why aren't you sharing
what do you mean?
drugs?
Oh. No.
At least the
No,
weed
he's
is
avoiding
easy
the
now.
question, guys. You hear it? He's avoiding it.
He is.
It's right.
How dare you?
I'm not. I don't.
Lying.
But no, think about it. Trunks has Goten. He has his sister Bola. He has Mai. He has Pilaf and the dog creature thing. I can't remember his name.
Yes.
It's not important.
So
That's
he
all
has
you gotta know.
friends. Better than Future Trunks did.
And the new Future Trunks from this timeline comes back during the Goku Black arc with Mai.
Okay, let's stop there for a second. Let's ask ourselves, how did Mai become young again in that timeline?
They actually
Dragon
found the
Balls are
Very
Dragon Balls.
carefully.
The Dragon Balls are gone because Piccolo was dead. From the
Not
androids.
after the Boo saga.
I thought she was old in GT, and we don't talk about that.
No, so they found the Dragon Balls before Super because Super set 5 years after the Boo saga, and they found the Dragon Balls and wished to be young again, but they didn't specify, so they got turned into kids.
Okay, but how did that work with the future timeline?
She'd be the same age as Trunks in the future timeline.
You're forgetting that in that timeline, they didn't have the Dragon Balls to wish themselves young because the androids killed everybody. You uncultured swine.
Ooh, get him.
No.
Hashtag WTF.
Remember, there are two future Trunks at this point because the future Trunks that comes back in the Goku Black arc is not the same future Trunks that came back in
I'm
the Cell
so
saga.
confused. Zach,
Yeah.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
We need an adult. It's true.
Because remember, in the Cell saga, Goku was dead as well. So how would what's his name?
We
Zamasu.
believe in you.
Zamasu. How would Zamasu get his body if Goku's dead?
Different timeline used that transferred over to Trunks' timeline using the Super Dragon Balls, the big orbs. That was already explained in the show. You need to go back and rewatch.
I
Oof.
probably do.
Get him.
Sit your ass down. Excuse my language.
Is it the same? No, because the original Future Trunks' timeline was destroyed, and that's why Xenoverse happened.
No, it wasn't. Who would have destroyed it?
Them killing Cell.
That
Your
would
mom.
not have destroyed the timeline.
I'm so lost at this point.
Dragon Ball is confusing
No,
because
you
they
just
add time travel.
I don't know how is that confusing. Y'all need to just go back and rewatch. Or maybe I'm just a bigger nerd than all y'all. Hey, I have all the episodes. Do you want to, borrow them?
Hey, do you remember
I
when we
also
were
have all the
overseas?
episodes.
I got all the episodes on my hard drive.
Do you still have them? That was 6 years ago.
I know, I still have it.
I
Oh,
also still have all the episodes from whenever I was on deployment. But
Hold on. What kind of deployment did you go on?
what do you mean?
Well, was it in a ship in the ocean kind of deployment, or did you actually go to Iraq, Afghanistan, or some other country?
It was on a ship.
Were you singing "I'm on a boat"? I deserve that.
Oh man, I was going to figure out where are they going with this.
But no, I was on deployment whenever the final episode aired. But other than that, I had to go back and rewatch it because I am confused with all the freaking time travel that is in this show.
Really not that hard to keep up. You have to watch the Cell Saga again, Androids 2, obviously, and then just watch Goku Black Saga, and it's literally explained in detail.
And the Trunk special.
I mean, you can watch that, but you really don't have to.
Zach, were you yawning really, really loud into the mic?
Yes, I was.
So,
Because I want to go
There's
there
a scene.
and slap the fuck out of you. I mean, hi.
Actually,
Did you mute him? Good.
No, I muted myself.
Oh,
Sorry.
pathetic.
there was a scene, what?
hold on. I think I might be able to find the scene. but Gohan and Trunks are explaining time travel and how it just what he does in the past doesn't change his future. It just creates a new timeline.
Yeah, and that's why his whole entire world's destroyed. Sad face.
That's why when he goes back in the future, there would still be no Dragon Balls, so Mai wouldn't be able to get younger.
Plot holes.
Such a lonely day.
Well, true that I came from the future, and false. That's how it works. Time has been split into more than one reality, a timeline. It's a distinction I've tried to make since I got here. That's why I say my future and not yours. Biologically, we're the same, both Trunks. There's no way we could be.
What do you mean? How are we the same and different?
When I was a child looking at the horizon, I never saw anything as beautiful as this. Our experiences, the ones that shaped us, they're diverged. Take our father. You've grown up with him, but in my world, he was killed by the androids about 6 months after I was born.
Wait, what do you mean by androids? You mean like 18?
That's right. In your reality, she changed. She married Krillin. They even had a kid together. But in my world, she was never redeemed. She and 17 were pure evil and tried to wipe out the human race.
Okay. So he is the same future Trunks from the Cell Saga. So does that mean that Mai and Pilaf and all got changed back before the Cell Saga? It had to be right after the fucking Saiyan Saga. Or
There's no Dragon Ball, so there's absolutely no way for them to turn back. Welcome to the writer of Dragon Ball Z making another mistake. Sort of like when he forgot launch.
Thing is, he's not the one writing this anymore. It's the guy who wrote Dragon Ball AF.
Which was also trash.
Don't we all miss launch, though? Let's just be for real.
No.
Who?
With you. I see what you did there.
And nothing of value was lost.
Perfect.
But
just wow.
So how would this work?
Very
this
carefully.
This one from being Vegeta is Vegeta a good father to is
found something more interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
We already know that Vegeta is a shit father, crap father.
We have a term for this. It's called ADHD.
And we also have a term called "this was more important."
So we
go on. You can do it.
We have to look at Vegeta from the standpoint of the Saiyans and the way that they're raised in comparison to half Saiyan, half human children. Yes, Trunks wants the fatherly bond, and as Super is going on, he is getting that.
Is he?
Yes, because he's getting that in the manga currently.
Okay, but we're not talking about the manga. Because
hold on.
Know,
the manga actually brings a whole different story. If you actually get into it, it's kind of funny.
It does bring. It's two diverging stories that have a similar through line.
It's like watching all the superhero movies and knowing what happens in the comics. They just give you a headache.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
So
are we ever going to come to a conclusion at this point?
Vegeta's a bad dad.
I think he is becoming a redeemed father. He is not a bad father. He is redeeming himself.
Okay, I can give you that. He has definitely gotten a lot better. That father-son Galagun in the Black Saga was great.
Yes, it was. It's like the father-son Kamehameha it's mirroring the father-son Kamehameha in Cell Saga. So there's that.
It's just not there yet.
You see the growth. He's not there yet, but he's not a bad father.
But I am about to share a scene with you guys. Okay, this is what Vegeta does when he raises a kid.
Great! Plan B! This is for everyone you've killed! Eggland murderer!
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
He's racist!
You don't say that!
Oh,
You don't say that!
I knew this was coming. I knew it.
Now. Oh my gosh.
Let's just move forward before we get in trouble.
Oh.
You can't get in trouble for that.
Thing is, hold on. No. Vegeta didn't raise him. He turned racist because Vegeta didn't raise him.
What? Oh, I can get into that, but I'm not going to. I can get in trouble.
But
Anyways.
We need an adult.
I am an adult.
We need a... You know, I'll become a parent.
I am a parent.
What?
Your dogs don't count.
Animals count somewhat, but not really.
No,
Raising a child is
I have
completely
a son.
different.
He's 4.
Huh.
Nobody knows how to respond to this.
In conclusion, Vegeta is not a bad father. He is redeeming himself. He started out as a bad father, but he is slowly growing into a better and better parent.
Slowly.
Still
Very,
bad father.
very slowly.
He
punched his kid in the face. There's no redeeming that.
There really isn't. You can't come back from that one.
You can. He took him to the park.
I gave him ice cream.
In all fairness, Goku did a lot worse than Gohan.
Oof.
You know, I still think,
yeah.
If you want to compare fathers, I still think that at least Vegeta was around.
Unless I went to space.
Yeah.
I went to Space Vegas a lot.
But
define Space Vegas.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
You know, Frieza troops here, Frieza troops there. They all hit minefields.
King Kai's place.
No, that was Cell.
So in conclusion, Krill is the best father.
No.
He just had to prove a point because he had the baddest babe in the show.
I mean, he
Also,
became
he
a
was
police
taking
officer,
care of
a cop. He started taking care of his family.
Okay, so
he
who's the best?
even grew his hair out.
Who's the best parent in Dragon Ball out of Goku, Vegeta, Krillin, Gohan, and that's it?
Piccolo.
Yeah.
Piccolo, yeah. Yeah. He's a surrogate father, yes.
So he doesn't even have to say, "I'm your daddy." He knows he's my daddy.
The way you said that was disturbing.
I
You
don't
get
know
over
how to rephrase that.
But it did
No,
kind of
sorry,
turn into
not
Stockholm
doing
Syndrome with Piccolo.
What?
Either take it or leave it.
Remember, it started out with him kidnapping Gohan.
It wasn't kidnapping. He found an orphan and made sure that it was being taken care of in the woods.
He wasn't a full-on orphan. He still had his mom.
Piccolo didn't know that.
But he didn't ask either.
It's not the point. He found a lost baby with a tail, watched his father died, and took care of him. He tried setting it back in the wild, but it just wouldn't go away.
That's deep.
Too deep.
And then he
I'm
blew
not
up the
ready.
moon.
And then he blew up the moon. And chopped off the tail.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. That happened.
But he didn't do it out of anger. He did it to save.
And he did give him some apples. Who cares if they were sour?
Well, he was living in the wilderness himself. Look at Piccolo. He probably knew what he was doing.
Probably.
It's true.
But
mostly true.
But you see, he was keeping an eye on him, though. It was not like he was just like completely.
He did keep an eye on him. He raised him. He taught him how to fight, how to protect himself.
And by teaching him how to fight, you mean he beat the living crap out of him for 6 months.
You know what? Piccolo tried to get his driver's license.
He did try to get his driver's license.
He tried to be an outstanding citizen.
And he was better driver than Goku.
Yes, he was.
So he tried to be an outstanding citizen. Freaking Vegeta wouldn't care. He's just like, nope.
He didn't need to. His wife was rich. He had drivers. He had other people to drive him.
He had flying.
He didn't freaking even ride in a
can
vehicle. He's either a ship or he flew.
What's wrong with that?
You said he got drivers. When?
Well, he did. His wife usually drove the plane.
But were they ever in the same plane at the same time?
Every once in a while.
Well, now you're just sounding ridiculous.
I mean, it was rare when he was. Look at when they flew all the way to the tournament. He was in the back seat while Yamcha was driving, actually, to the tournament.
The one use that Yamcha has.
He wasn't even very good at that. He always crashed his vehicle somehow.
So, useless. Utterly useless. Anyways,
but you know how often, but we know that Gohan. Who did he go to for advice?
Who?
He went to Piccolo.
Yes, he did. Or his grandpa.
No, he just went to his grandpa for money.
Until they got broke.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we wasted all our money, and now I need you to go work, Goku. Go to the fields and earn us some money.
But I need to go train.
Hey, I can't from saving the world from Mr. Satan. Can I go train now?
But also remember, Goku really didn't need to work because Satan just paid him off.
That's what I just said. Surak.
Sugar daddies.
But do you think we've
it was hush hush money, okay?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Gohan still nailed his daughter.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is true.
So, in conclusion,
I still think he's a bad father.
Bad father.
Bad father.
Redeemable father.
Yeah, you're 3 against 1. This is how
different.
it works.
All right, so
let's end this on a good note. You can join us next week on Tuesday for another episode
of Zelch.
Goodbye.
Yeah.